Your direct sales expert. I am coming to you live from sunny Southern California. Okay, we're having problems with Periscope. Why? I don't know why it won't. There we go. For those of you who are replay viewers, thank you so much for being here. Put replay in the chat box for me. And those of you who are on my regular broadcast, thank you so much for being here. Now, hopefully, are we having problems? It looks like, okay, there we go. It looks like Facebook's good now. YouTube is good. We should be good all over the place. Okay, so we are live on multiple platforms. We're on Instagram, Facebook Live, Periscope, and we're also on YouTube. And we have a link that goes to LinkedIn as well. We'll talk to you guys a little bit about that later. Hey, what is it? Backing something, play something. Welcome to the broadcast. Appreciate you guys being here. Share it out. Wife, mompreneur in the house. Welcome. So we are on, yes, we're on 4 to 7 platforms. It's hard to explain it all to you guys, but if you guys are watching from different places that you know we're there, we're going to talk about getting gritty with it in just a minute. So thanks again for being here. I want to acknowledge all of you. So if you put your names in the chat box, it gives me an opportunity to do that. Hey, Michael, welcome. Did you get a notification, Michael? It would not let me tag you, but I did try. So let's see. We're also on the Go Get Vocal platform. Exactly. So I do have people there. If you guys know about Get Vocal and you're on that page, you guys can also check that out as well. So my eyes do dart around a lot because I am managing multiple threads. So yes, I have Instagram, Facebook Live, Periscope, YouTube. Marcia, thanks for being here. Michael, thanks for inviting people. Again, I appreciate you guys. Without you guys, I am nothing. I have no opportunity to uplift and encourage and motivate people without you guys coming here to check it out. So thank you for being here. And again, those of you who are watching on Facebook, hopefully you guys are getting that because I don't see the comments streaming in. But we'll go ahead and dive into the message and see how I can serve you guys and see how I can help you guys to rock that dream. Now, getting gritty with it. Now, you maybe put a 1 in the chat box. Okay, Michael, put a 1 in the chat box if you guys are familiar with my 12 books, 12 months series. Okay, put a 1 in the chat box. We've had, so two have come out so far. In another 15 days, number 3 comes out. I got this from Twitter. Hello. Hey, Danette, welcome to the broadcast. Appreciate you being here. So if you guys know about the 12 books, 12 months project, put a 1 in the chat box. For those of you who don't, I am publishing 12 books in 12 months. The first one launched on 12/12 at 12/12. That was Direct Selling 101, which I have a copy right here to show you guys. So Direct Selling 101. The second book is called Evict the Bully in Your Head. Hey, Big Ev, welcome to the broadcast. Marcia, thanks for being here. I don't know what's going on with Facebook. Can you guys not see it on Facebook? Those of you who are doing multiple. Hey, Adam, welcome. Marcia, thanks for sharing. 053, welcome. I don't know. Let me know if there's a problem with it. It looks like there's some comments and there's hearts or, I see some thumbs up and people have seen it. So I don't know. It looks like it's there. Anyway, so Mama Gina, you know about it. Marcia knows about it. Let's see. Adam, of course, knows about it. You're awesome. Hello, Big Kev. Welcome to the broadcast. All right. So getting gritty with it. We got to get gritty with it, people. Do you know what that means to get gritty with it? Do you know what grit means? Now, for me, grit is one of the characters in book number 6, I think it is. It's called Own It, How to Step Up and Stand Out. And it's kind of what I call the pseudo sequel to Evict the Bully in Your Head. Evict the Bully in Your Head starts our, what I call the You Are Enough campaign, reminding people that you are enough, right? There's a bully in our head that says you're not good enough, you're not smart enough, you're not strong enough, you're not cute enough, you're not happy enough, you're not this enough, you're not that enough, when it's all just a big fat lie. So the point is that you are enough just the way you are. Now, Evict the Bully in Your Head, I've introduced a lot of characters like, hey, wife, mompreneur, welcome. Big Kev, welcome back. Hopefully you guys are not having problems. Terry Warner sharing the video. Thank you so much, my friend. If you guys put your name in the chat box on Facebook, then I'll be able to see you guys. Hey, Michael, welcome back. Are we having issues there on Periscope too? Because I see you guys going in and out. So hopefully we're good. So anyway, yes, I will. You are correct. I will check that. I see Dre, I think, is in the house here in Get Vocal. So Dre, it's good to see you. Thanks for coming. All right. So in the pseudo sequel, and a pseudo sequel means it comes out after, it has some of the same characters, but it's not directly in alignment with exactly what's going on. I mean, I guess in that regard, all of the books have something to do with each other because the characters do run without. In Evict the Bully in Your Head, Captain Confidence and Corporal Courage and Hope and Faith and Love and Empathy, those are the headspace heroes. And of course, we've got the bullies like fear, doubt, shame, pain. There's, the bullies are there. But I don't introduce a new character called Grit. I got out there today. I was a guest on a Facebook Live. Adam, whoop, whoop. Congratulations, buddy. I'm proud of you. Hey, Polly, welcome. So I introduced grit, as my character. You guys know grit is one of my super favorite words. I believe that grit, it just talks about what it takes. And I'm going to read the definition for you guys again, because you guys know how much I love it. But let me tell you what grit means for me, right? For me in the book, grit is an acronym that stands for Get Ready, It's Time. Because when life is killing us, crushing us, smashing us, or tossing us about, we need something to help us maintain what's going on. We need something that says, hey, you've got this. You're going to be all right. And that is grit. Grit is the one that has you dig in. Grit is the one that says, you've got this. You are not going to be pummeled, right? And welcome. Thanks, guys. Thanks for being here. And thank you for sharing out. By the way, if you haven't shared it out yet, if you guys would do me a solid and share it out, I appreciate it. Hey, Vensko, welcome to the broadcast. Grit is courage and resolve and strength of character, right? Because if you've ever had to deal with a situation where you felt like you were getting your butt kicked, like you were getting pummeled. I mean, put a 2 in the chat box. Have you ever felt like you got your butt kicked? I mean, I'm not talking about the butt kicking from when you're in the ocean and it literally throws your face into the sand, but I'm talking about where the world feels like it pummels you, that it's dashing your hopes and dreams and making you feel like you can't breathe, making you feel like getting up might just be one more reason for it to, pop you down. Yes, Mama Gina, grit stands for get ready, it's time. One more thing that if you pop your head up, it's just going to smack you down again. Put a 2 in the chat box if you guys felt that way, because I got to tell you, there have been so many times in my life that I felt that way. There's so many times when I thought, please, Lord, stop, and the fact is that, I don't want them. Hey, Polly, thanks for sharing. Mama Gina, thanks for sharing. Kathy, welcome to the broadcast. Thanks for being here. And none of us want to have to cry out to the Lord that way. None of us want to be like so desperate and alone that we've got nowhere else to turn. But God doesn't want us to be that way. And this isn't my Christianpreneur show, but I'm still going to say this because I think it's really important. I think it's really relevant because I know I'm not the only person. Hourly mompreneur says yes. Mama Gina's got a lot of 2s. Polybit says hourly feels that. Michael feels that. Big time. Marcia feels that. So see, I'm not alone. My bully stifles me enough. He locks me in my closet. Adam, I'm coming out there and I'm going to take care of your bully. Hey, Nudge Molly, welcome. Ken, welcome to the broadcast. Thanks for sharing. Hey, Kath. So we've got to recognize that the pummelings that are coming, sometimes we do have to just cry out and say, Lord, help us, save us, in the Bible. And again, I know it's not my Christianpreneur show, but you guys know who I am. So I'm just going to share this because this is how I feel. And it might help some of you, right? Thanks, Michael. Is that, just saying, Daddy, please save me. My mom and dad have both passed away, and it still makes me teary to this day because when I do have trouble or need somebody to talk to, the first person that we often go to besides a spouse, because our spouses, they love us, but they've got their own things going on and they're not the same as parents. Parents have this innate ability to tune out whatever else is going on in their own life. I know I'm getting teary, so you guys are going to have to just pretend it's peppermint oil, because I did have peppermint oil earlier and it was making my eyes water. I could just pretend that's what it is right now, but it's not. That, you just want to go to your family and go, oh my gosh, I need you. Like, I'm struggling and my heart hurts, or someone's treating me terribly, or they're treating my child terribly, or I'm afraid, or something's going on. And we want to turn to our parents. We want to turn to those people. Hey, Patricia, we want to turn to those people that we can count on, and just say, could you just hug me? Sometimes I do that to my husband. I just kind of walk up to him. I need a hug, right? My daddy's gone. I'm sorry, Michael. And so it breaks my heart that when I get into that place, hey, ghetto world music, welcome to the broadcast. That I get to that place and I want my parents. And so, but it's not just when we're sad, right? Sometimes it's when we're happy. Like, I want to share the 12 books, 12 months. My mom would be so proud. My mom would be so excited. She would probably be toting around all of my books in the back of her car when she goes golfing and selling them to her friends. I mean, my mom was just my biggest fan. She just absolutely, totally believed in me, even though when I was a kid, I was way too much for her to handle. Parents understand us on a unique level, right? They do, Adam. Hey, mustache party. Yes, I'm getting gritty with it. I'm also getting teary with it. So you guys just have to, deal with me and my tears, because it's part of the message. And so especially when my family isn't here, I have to dig in and grab that grit. I got to dig in and say, get ready. It's time, girl. Get ready. That it doesn't matter that you're hurting or that you're sad. I mean, it matters and people care. But what matters is that you get up. What matters is that you get gritty. The matters is that you dig in and say, I will not give up. I will not. When in Direct Selling 101, the first part, I talk about the fact that, Fitches never give up. I always tell my family, the boys, when they're struggling and things are tough and whatever, it's like Fitches never give up. I mean, it's not even up for discussion. It's not an option. We do not give up. That's different. It's different than changing course, pivoting, course corrections. Hey, Mountain, welcome to the broadcast. Thanks for sharing it out, guys. I appreciate it. For those of you who are just joining us or are new to my channel, I hope you will do a girl salad and give me a follow. I am on Instagram, Facebook Live, Periscope, YouTube. We are also in Get Vocal, and it is pushing live to my website as well. And there's a link on LinkedIn as well. Okay, so now that you guys kind of know what it is, hey, mompreneur, welcome back. Is that grit is what gives us the strength, the mettle, the courage, the strength of character to say, I'm not going to give up. I'm not going to, even though I feel like a steamroller hit me, even though I feel like that Mack truck hit me. My wife knows when I'm hurting and she comes behind me and wraps her arms around my neck. Honestly, Michael, that's awesome, right? And that is not just, sometimes that's just what we need. We need people to just recognize our pain and recognize or our struggle, because sometimes in business, especially with our kids, we don't want our kids to know if we're struggling or scared or something's going on. We don't want to burden children with that, right? So, but we want them to know we are always there for them. I'm always here for you. Our mamas always carry us in their arms no matter what. I miss them too. All right. I sent you a Gmail. Hopefully you've got it. Did you send it today? Because I did not see it. Lost connection is this broadcast. Mompreneur, we're here. You lost connection. Is everybody else good? My connection seems solid. Add something, exchange something. Welcome to the broadcast. Thanks again for sharing it out. And those of you guys on Facebook, if you put your name in the chat, I will know you're here and I can give you a shout out. But recognizing that grit is what it takes. And I think some of you, hey, Mark, welcome, that know that I did a few articles recently. Is this broadcasting live? Yes. Yeah, it's on Twitter too, Mompreneur. Because Periscope is Twitter's live streaming app. So yes, it is. Oh, thanks, Patricia. Hey, Mompreneur, welcome back. I did an article for several magazines. One of them was Success Magazine. I love the one with Tony Robbins on the cover, right? You guys know that I interviewed Tony on a podcast and went to his events yesterday. I did not see it. You sent it to a Gmail, to my Gmail account. I don't think you know my Gmail account. I don't use that. I only use it for the App Store. But anyway, so I did some things about grit in Success Magazine and Thrive Magazine and a couple other things, because grit is really important to me. Alex, welcome to the broadcast. And it should be important to you. I want you guys to recognize the value of grit. Grit is what allows you to dig in. It's what gives you that strength and that courage to say, I am not going to give up, right? It's mettle. Like, I love that word, right? Mettle, bravery, pluck, mettle, backbone, spirit, strength of character, strength of will, moral fiber, steel, nerve, it's like fortitude. There's no better word. That's why I had to do a character. G'day, Alex. Hey, Mark, welcome. I had to do a character on grit, because grit, I feel like, truly is what has gotten me through. Because grit is something you can dig your teeth into. Grit is something you can say, oh, hey, what's up, Susan? Welcome to the broadcast. Grit is something that you're not going to give up. They're always with us. I'm proud of you, Vicki, and all you've accomplished. Thank you, sweetheart. Hey, Ride, welcome. All right. So I want to know if you guys have some questions, and then I'm going to tell you a little bit about a few people that got gritty, and that's how they got some business from me. I found it on your website. Oh, I will check. But there isn't not a Gmail account on my website. There shouldn't be. There's an info@vickifitch.com, which is monitored by someone else, but I will definitely check it out and make sure that, because I did not get anything from my team today telling me that. Yes, actually I am. Hey, Giuseppe, I am hiring an intern and an assistant as well, because we need some more people on our team. So if you guys know someone, you can certainly send an application. You can send it to info@vickifitch.com. When's my next Tony Robbins event? Maybe in May. I'm not sure. It depends on if I can finish what I got going and do the book tour stuff. And if I could add something over in Australia, because there's an event in Australia that I want to go to, that I have some friends that are over there and I have clients in Australia. So I'm hoping to put it on the book tour, but it just depends on how fast I catch up, because we're also going on a trip. Terry earned an incentive trip. Info. Okay, I'll look at it, Ken. He earned a trip, I think, to Cabo for a week. So, somebody's got to take those trips. And so I have to make sure I get everything else done. But I think it might be in May, but I'm not positive. But thank you for asking. So I want to know what you guys want to talk about today. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to share with you who I am. We're going to talk a little bit about the books. We're going to talk a little bit more about grit and some people that got gritty and are getting some business and some kudos from me. Hopefully they're here. If they're not, maybe I'll do that one tomorrow. But for those of you who don't know me, again, if you haven't shared it out yet, please share it out. If you're watching the replay, put the replay in the chat box. I do appreciate you guys here. We are live on Instagram, Facebook Live, Periscope, YouTube. We're in Get Vocal. And we are, hey, Stacy. Stacy says, I look beautiful today. Thank you so much. Dre says, I look fat. My hair looks fabulous. Thank you, Dre. Am I coming to Tennessee in April? I don't think so. Was I supposed to come to Tennessee in April? You have to remind me, Stacy. Was I coming to Tennessee in April? I don't remember that. Maybe my brain, maybe I'm having a brain fade right now, but I don't remember coming to Tennessee in April. But it could be. Okay, so you're right. I got to check that. Let's see. Adam, I'm sorry. Sounds much better here than Instagram. Oh, really? Well, that's because I'm talking out of here. So thank you, Adam. What's up, Susan? Hopefully the audio is okay there. I suppose I could try and put another, I don't know that I can put another thing in there. Instagram is the only one that's not actually tied into this headset. So apologies to you, Instagram, if the sound is not as good there. But I do appreciate that. And Adam, thanks for being here. I appreciate you. Okay, 197, welcome to the broadcast. I know I do. I'm still working on that. And then you guys that are in Heather, Fitz, and Ryder, thank you so much for sharing out the broadcast too. So guys, I'm Vicki Fitch. I am a direct sales expert. I have been in the industry for 20 years, top 10 sales and recruiting internationally for more than a decade. I am an author, speaker, international business consultant, helping all of you get outside the 5,000 to turn your passion into your profits. I consider myself an inspirationist because truly, if you look across all the platforms and what I'm doing, I'm trying to inspire the world to believe in themselves. Hey, Michael, welcome. I'm trying to inspire the world to believe in themselves, to recognize their value from the inside out. Hey, Kathy, welcome back. And hey, Hilder, welcome. Let me know, because again, our Periscope numbers are flopping up and down, kind of like you guys are having a bad connection and you're popping out, because all of you guys are re-popping back in. Jenny, welcome to the broadcast. Appreciate you being here. I'm fine on Instagram. Thank you, Michael. Jenny loves life. Welcome to the broadcast again. Appreciate you guys being here. And if you guys can share it out, I would really appreciate that as well. All right. So we've been talking about grit and how to get gritty with it. And what grit is for me, it's a character in one of my books in Own It, How to Step Up and Stand Out. It stands for Get Ready, It's Time. And we talk about grit and mettle and the fortitude it takes to really deal with problems and issues and things that happen in your life. And when you're afraid, when you're starting a new business, a new venture, or when maybe you're not starting a new one, but you've been attacked by people, or maybe you had a problem. Maybe you had something. Hey, James, welcome. Maybe you had something that went wrong, right? Periscope numbers are wonky. Yeah, I agree, Stacy. Maybe you had something that went wrong and now you're struggling with trying to figure out how to fix it. Maybe you need some reputation management. And when those things happen, they get to us, right? I mean, it really does get to us. Hey, Mr. Wonderful, welcome to the broadcast. So Terry was joking with me. I asked him if he told you I was going to California in April. Okay. He said he will be in Tennessee in April. Oh, maybe I am. I don't know. I'm not sure. Anyway, I'm not sure, Stacy. I'd have to look. And like I said, maybe you're just goofing with me and I can't put it all together right now because I'm trying to manage all these chat boxes, but I'll take a look at it later. So anyway, you left me in. Yeah, I just read it, right, Stacy? Okay. So anyway, so getting, grit means that you got to dig deep when you're having troubles, when you're struggling, maybe you said, like I said, reputation management. What if your product failed and now you're trying to gain your reputation back? It doesn't mean that your business is over or your life is over when something happens. I mean, there have been people, let's face it, there's been people that have been caught, I'll just use the name Anthony Weiner's, right? That he got caught doing things that are inappropriate. He'll survive. Monica Lewinsky, she survived, right? We will survive. He really said that. Okay. we will survive no matter what happens. It might be embarrassing, it might be difficult, but grit will get you through, right? If you dig in and go, you know what? I'm not going to let this get me down. I mean, let's face it. There's a whole mess of people out there that would cheer you on for some of the things that you can be humiliated for. So all you have to do is recognize your value. Hey, Chino, Cinco Chino YouTube, welcome to the broadcast. That you got to recognize your value, and when you're ready to hold that value, I mean, truly, okay, I know this we can do this tongue in cheek, and this can be kind of funny, but I want you to think about this for a minute. So let's say you made an inappropriate tape when you were a child, like a kid. Let's just say, we'll call kid 20 because, I mean, I'm only 22, but we're just going to go ahead and call a kid 20. But let's say you made an inappropriate tape. Maybe you took some sexy pictures of yourself and you posted and you gave them to someone personally and they decided to share them with the world or whatever. Let's just say that it's not something that you wanted, that's something that you're embarrassed or humiliated about. You may not have been, at the time, but right now you are. And so if someone posted them that you'd feel humiliated, or maybe some naked pictures. I mean, I'm saying this, I'm not trying to encourage what I'm saying is the most humiliating things that happen to us, we can get over it. We can get over it. It might feel awful, right? But that's where grit, when you dig in. Jan's 22 also. All right, Jan, we're in the 22 club, girl. I love it. But you will get over it. You get to choose. Now, a lot of people choose to harm themselves, leave this earth. They choose to that they choose to believe that they can't get through it, and some of them take their own lives, right? I want you to have the mettle. I want you to have the courage and the fortitude to recognize your value has nothing to do with the humiliation factor. Because if you can embrace it, now I know this sounds silly, or maybe it'll sound silly to some of you, but I want to just give you something to hold on to in case that humiliating day comes, right? In case it comes, I want you to be prepared for it. And that's why we're having this talk, right? And you guys might all think I'm weird and crazy and stupid, and that's okay. For those of you who don't want to listen, hit the magic F and S, X, F, X, S, whatever. I can't get my letters right. The magic X, and poof, I disappear. But let's say somebody took some naked pictures of you. It doesn't matter why you had them or whatever. Hey, Gerald, welcome. And posted them online. Now, I have to tell you, I personally would be humiliated. Like, I do not, like, I feel I look much better with my clothes on. Okay. Like, my husband says no, but that's okay. Some of us, we all have our own things, right? And we feel that way. And so I would be humiliated, but I would deal with it. How would I deal with it? Would I hide my head in shame? I might for a few days. I might tuck my head. I might cry. I might think, holy crap, how am I going to deal with this? And then you know what I would do? I would hold my head up and go, that's me. Okay. I didn't post those for y'all to see. They happen to get there. It doesn't matter why or how they got there, but it is what it is. Should I be embarrassed and humiliated? I mean, it is what it is. Do you guys, are you getting me? Put a 5 in. Thank you so much, Mama Gina. Put a 5 in the chat box if you're getting me. It is what it is. If you screw up, make a change and say, oh my gosh, I'm so embarrassed about that. I'm changing my life. Or maybe that is what was the catalyst to make sure you change, because you recognized, I don't want to be that person, or I don't want to do that anymore. Maybe somebody videotaped you drunk or something. Thanks, Susan. Maybe somebody videotaped and you did something embarrassing or humiliating. Own it, people. Really, that's what the book Own It, How to Step Up and Stand Out. I mean, it's not all about that. It's about being who you are and recognize your value, but own it. That is the secret sauce, right? I might hurt somebody. You might hurt somebody. What, honey? What do you mean? If they did that, yeah, I might feel that way myself. But the point is that your value doesn't change, right? Your value doesn't change. And so just own it. Like there's nothing that could crush my heart more than finding out one of my followers, fans, or friends had something humiliating happen and they refused to put their face back on the air again because of it. My favorite phrase is, it is what it is. Awesome. Hey, Dwayne, welcome. I might hurt somebody. I think maybe that's a bot. But you guys, are you with me? Susan's with me. I'm missing some of the numbers. Come on. I know there's a delay, but are you with me? I would just be heartbroken if I found out that my followers, my connection is Instagram. Hopefully you guys are still there. My connection is having some issues there apparently. But my followers, if I found out that they were devastated about something and then chose to harm themselves or chose to do something. Stacy says 5. Someone did actually do that to me, but it was when I was a kid. See, I'm so sorry. Because, see, that's what I mean. And what happens? A lot of kids, there was yesterday or the day before, and this is the true story. I was bawling. Someone sent me, was it you, Stacy? Someone sent me an article about a 10-year, okay, I'm going to start bawling again. A 10-year-old boy that committed suicide. He had a colostomy bag, which means that, you know, the excrement, you know, his urine and his feces would come out in a bag, because of something that happened when he was a kid. And the kids were making fun of him. Thanks, Kath. The kids were making fun of him. And one of his friends put his hands around his neck and started choking him, like, you're such an idiot, you know. So it's like making fun of him. And this kid, you know, the school didn't do anything. And the mom's now in a lawsuit with the school, which I totally understand why she would be. But this child was so humiliated and so embarrassed that even his friends turned. I hear you, Mama Gina. It was you, Kathy? Okay, it was Kathy. I'm sorry. I watched the video and I literally started bawling because that's why I want this You Are Enough campaign out there. Oh, Periscope went down? You mean Instagram went down, Michael? Periscope's still here, right? Are you guys still here on Periscope? He says that you guys are not here. I'm sorry if you're not. Patricia said, for me, the hardest part is trying to survive the disabled hate attacks, and law enforcement has been useless. I don't think any of the attacks would have happened if I weren't alone, and it's been really scary. I'm so sorry, Patricia. Jesus, come quickly. Amen, Susan. But this poor child, he committed suicide. He went in his closet, and apparently he hung himself in his closet because he couldn't take it anymore. He couldn't take that the people that he trusted, his friends even, turned on him and started trying to choke him and make fun of him. And we have to stand together and we have to share this message that when something awful happens, you need to step up. You need to step up and own who you are, but you need to step up and help other people too if you can. If you see it, if you're there, or teach your children. That's why I want to evict the bully in your head. That's why I want that message out there in the schools and the prisons and with people. You're welcome, Ken. We've got to get the message out. We need people to start being kinder. We need people to have their hearts healed. But a 10-year-old boy committed suicide because he felt so hopeless and he felt so humiliated. People, there's going to be stuff that is going to humiliate you. You're going to have underwear coming out, a toilet paper coming out of your dress that you accidentally tucked into your nylons. You are going to, did I ever tell you guys about what happened? Did I ever tell you about one of the most humiliating moments of my life? I'm going to tell you. I am going to tell you about that one because some of you have heard it. Thanks, Jen. Some of you have heard it. Some of you haven't, but this is so sad. That happened. Normal feelings you're feeling. Thank you. Hey, Zebra, welcome. Sorry for the sniffles too, right? This is just, that's real life, people. This is my real life heart. I literally was bawling and my husband's like, what's wrong? You know? And, you know, my heart was broken because we can change the world, you guys. We can. If we fill these kids with grit, with hope, with understanding the Headspace heroes and recognizing their value and having those kids not be, you know, your friends, not be embarrassed by other people and feel like they have to then attack their own friends to be cool. And then it's just a domino effect. That's awful, right? So I'm going to share one of my most humiliating experiences. Now, you guys have heard the one where I actually fell down the stairs in front of 7,000 people and my pants were ripped and my butt was hanging out. Okay, that was embarrassing. This one was really embarrassing. Okay, so here I'm exposing it all. For those of you, if you haven't shared it out yet, yes, Patricia, I am keeping it real. This is I haven't even shared this in one of the books yet. I may add it in. I probably will add it into one of them. But this is a secret sauce that you guys get to hear here right now. So, you know, lucky you. So, truth be told, now this is transparency, right? Hey, Darcy, welcome. The way you care is beautiful. Thanks, Ken. When I was 18 years old, I moved out on my own. I had my own apartment. I actually had a roommate. Her name was Lydia, and she worked at a restaurant. And like I said, I know some of you have heard that before. Hey, Mike, welcome. And so I went and applied for a job as a hostess there. And again, I know some of you have said, I have, are you a troll still? I mean, thank you so much. I so enjoy trolls and I love to do some troll patrol, but you'll totally have some material if you stick around because I'm about to humiliate myself. So, just stick around and take some notes. So anyway, as we go through this, yes, thank you so much. And by the way, yes, we are live streaming on Instagram, Facebook Live, Periscope, YouTube, and Get Vocal. So if you guys are wondering why I'm addressing different comments that you can't see, that would be why. So I applied for a job as a hostess, but they didn't need a hostess, but they did need a cocktail waitress. Now, in here you have, hey, JC, welcome to the broadcast. Hey, Sherm. And I so want to do Troll Patrol, so please stick around. I really do, but I got to tell these people the story. Herb, welcome to the broadcast. Thanks for sharing it out. I appreciate you guys for sharing it. So he didn't have a job for a hostess, and they had a job for a cocktail waitress. I fell down the stairs 2 days ago, but no one saw it. I hear you, Mama Gina. Yeah, my butt was hanging out. And I was in a wheelchair for 3.5 years after that. Hey, Aaron, welcome. Hey, David, welcome. So they said they needed a cocktail waitress. Now I was only 18, but back in the day, I know I'm only 22, but back in the day, they didn't actually card you or ask for information. You could write whatever day you wanted on that application. So I did. I lied and I said I was 24. I look the same right now as I did then. That's the true story. So anyway, so I got hired as a cocktail waitress. Now I wasn't prepared for what had to happen. Thank you so much, Mike. And so they gave me an outfit to wear. And again, I hadn't done cocktail waitressing because I was only 18 years old. So I didn't have any experience with that. And I figured I can figure this out. Well, they gave me the outfit. It wasn't bad. Thanks, Marcia. Hey, welcome. Yes, you're a beautiful star that brightens up the world. Thank you, Ken. I appreciate that. Hey, JB. And it was short in the front, but it went into a long V. It was a classy outfit and went into a long V in the back. But I was not prepared for that. And okay, this is getting really personal. If you don't want to hear it, just X out right now. When you wear nylons, they're kind of built so they can, be your underwear too and that kind of thing. So I didn't have any underwear on. I had nylons on that were my underwear, but nylons are see-through. And anyway, so some of y'all are getting way too, TMI, too much information, but it's funny and scary and totally humiliating. So, so here I am going up to my first table. And it was my first actual table. What kind of business do you have? I'm a business consultant. And, there was people at the bar that I was, talking to and communicating with, but, here I am just kind of walking up to the table and I asked them for an order. And the guy that was there, now I didn't know it at the time, but he was a billionaire. Okay. So I did not know that, but it didn't matter anyway. And it wouldn't have mattered. But he started asking, I asked for their order, and then he started, being funny and sassy, and he picks my skirt up right in his face. Remember, I'm 6 foot tall. So literally my girl parts were like 3 inches away from his face. He picks up my skirt and I have just my nylons on. So, he got a real eyeful. And so I, again, totally reacting. I smacked him across the face. So this was the original Fitch slap before I was even a Fitch, right? I smacked him across the face hard. And I said, we'll have none of that. And I walked back in the other, behind the doors, wanting to die. Like, seriously, there's 6 men at the table, all just saw my girl stuff. And I just smacked someone across the face in the middle of the bar. And this is a lounge. It's not a bar like some loud bar. There was only like 5 people there. And there's, anyway, I'm behind the door going, oh my gosh, what am I going to do? Like, I want to run out of the door. I want to run home. I want to call my mom. I want to call my dad. I want to, figure something out because I am totally humiliated. Yes, I'm married, but thank you for asking. Me, I'm a lady parts. I would have smacked him too. Thank you, Jan. And so, like, I'm behind the counter and, think about it. I'm 18 years old. I live on my own. I don't have any idea what I'm doing. I'm pretending I know what it means to be a cocktail waitress. Now, maybe that's something that happens all the time. I did not. Kathy says she remembers. And I'm like, oh my gosh. So I'm behind the counter and I'm like, suck it up, buttercup. Like, just pull it together. And so again, this is grit, right? Because I wanted to run out of the room. I wanted to run out of the restaurant. I wanted to leave and never look at these people again. But I dug in with my grit, right? I held my tray back up. I walked out there. The man stood up. He apologized. He gave me $100 tip, and I never had any trouble with him again. Now that could have went way differently. Let's face it. And I mean, it could have went way differently for a million different reasons. But the point is that I could have been so humiliated that I ran out and that I never went back in. I could have been so humiliated that I stood in my power. I faked it though till I made it, because honestly, I didn't feel very powerful at that moment. I felt like the reason I had to suck it up is because I was pretending I was older than I was, and maybe that's what people at 24 were going through, right? That's the truth. I mean, if we're looking at truth, that's why I did what I did. And I sucked it up and went through, and I changed, right? I would give a hug to the poor sweetie at that time. Hey, strap pockets, welcome. So my point is that there are going to be things that are embarrassing. I mean, let's face it, the men at this table have now become intimately involved in the visualization of what is me, right? I mean, I just had to keep that out of my mind. I just had to, and I did keep my job. I don't even know if Mr. Mitchell ever found out about it. I doubt it. I know the bartender, he was like 80. He would have jumped over, I'm sure. Well, he might not have, but I like to think that he would have jumped over and saved me if it got out of hand. But the point being that we have to recognize that the humiliation will go away, right? And that we can use it another time for something else, to help share with someone else that maybe is going through a difficult time, and to encourage people, like I said, content for a book that might be able to help someone, not commit suicide, not want to hurt themselves. Maybe someone that brings hope to someone else, or encourages someone else to recognize their own value. Extra $100, that would help just a little. Yeah, it did, Mama. And Mama Gina, he also ended up giving me a lot of tips on a regular basis. I mean, think about it now. I mean, if it happened now, I could have sued him, and not that I would have, but I could have sued him, and and he would have been in a world of trouble, and he could have sued me because I smacked him, and so it's just, the world is different today. But what shouldn't be different is our decision to hold on to who we are and recognize our value. To hold on, Kathy says, Stacy says she loves that story. Is that I will stand with you on this mission. Thank you, Stacy. I appreciate that. And there's a lot, people. There's a lot that we can do to hold on, to help other people stand in that power. And like I said, to recognize they are enough, and to recognize that it's okay if you're embarrassed or humiliated. It's not going to last forever. It's not. I mean, the fact is, you can find a whole group of people that will find that funny or encouraging or whatever. No matter what's happened to you, there are people that'll think it's cool, right? So you can find a new tribe if you have to. Don't get lost in the minutia of what other people think, and how, and humiliation. Humiliation is a bully that's in your head. I mean, it really is. Should I have been humiliated about that? No, right? It's not. I mean, it is what it is. It's like, okay, if I was heavier or thinner, or had nothing on underneath or something on it, it doesn't matter. It is what it is. So is it embarrassing? Yes. Should we do we want to fall apart? Sure, we want to fall apart for a minute, but we have to dig in. We have to get the grit going, right? And say, get ready. It's time. It's time to stand up. It's time to be who you are. It's time to rock that dream. It's time. And we can't let these little things, and like I said, they are little. It doesn't feel little at the time. I can tell you, it did not feel little. I thought I was going to have a freaking heart attack. I mean, seriously, I was contemplating running out. I was contemplating it. But we have to recognize our value. So I hope you guys did enjoy that story. And that is a 100% truth bomb right there. And a very, that was an expose um, on Vicki Fitch. So, let's do this together. If you guys have, if you know someone at a school district, if you know somebody in the media, if you know someone that can help me get the word out about these books, and how we can help kids, like I said, the You Are Enough campaign is where it's at. I really do 100% believe that it will change the world. I mean, I honestly and truly believe that it's going to change the world. I mean, I believe that with every fiber of who I am. And so anybody who knows me knows I know that this is going to happen. And I want you guys to be part of it. I want you guys to help me. I want you to help me get on the media. I want you to help me get, in newspapers and articles. We don't want one more child to commit suicide. We don't want one more adult to be harming themselves or to feel that they're not enough. We don't want one more person to be subjected to that, right? Grit, not only for us, but for our loved ones. Yes, Mama Gina. It's all about when we recognize our value, we're able to deliver that to other people. We're able to, people like my confidence, people are attracted to it, right? Your confidence, people are attracted to. Children want to emulate that. Hey, Shock, welcome. They want to emulate what we deliver. So if we deliver positivity, if we deliver messages like this that say, hey, I've been there. I've been humiliated before, but you know what? We're going to get through it. There is, with this little boy, we'll find a way. Whether we have to homeschool, whether we have to do that, I think his tip was a little small for that view. I hear you, Jan. Man, I mean, come on now. I mean, truthfully, it was what, 35 years ago or something. But I hear you, sister. I absolutely hear you. It was like that, you have to pay $100 for a peep these days anyway. Periscope is acting weird tonight. I'm sorry, Michael. But hopefully you guys are getting the point of where I'm going with this, that we have got to stand together. And I need your help. I need you guys to help me get the word out. I need you to do that. We need to plan an event. Absolutely, Kathy. I need you to get the word out. If you know somebody, like I said, somebody on TV, somebody that's involved with a major show or a minor show or the news, help me get on there, because I will deliver a message like this. I'll try not to cry during those, but we want to encourage the world, and I need your help. That's all there is to it. I need your help. And I hope that you guys will get your copy of, oh yeah, I know one other thing you guys can do if you're interested in it. Hey, Rod, welcome. Go to VickiFitch.com/5K, order your books there, support the mission. But if you guys, I think I started telling you guys the other day about sponsors. I'm looking for sponsors. One of the people at the Authors Summit told me I should be getting sponsors for the URNF campaign for the book tour to get the message out. If you know someone in the banks or, airlines, hotels, or people that just want to be a sponsor, they want to be part of something bigger than themselves. I will give them promos here on my shows, on my daily live streams. I will do my girl on the street interviews if their locations are local, or when I get there for the book interviews. But help me out. We don't want one more child to commit suicide. We don't want one more adult hurting themselves or committing suicide. We don't want one more person feeling like they're not enough. Please, you will cry. Yes, I will cry. I'll cry for you guys. No. Anyway, hey, Gio, welcome to the broadcast. Suicide is always sad, no matter the age, even sadder for a child. Right, Jan? It's sad no matter what. But if we get those children, if we start inspiring children at that young age, they'll be more equipped when things come their way, and they'll be less apt to become the bullies who are doing the things that are going on right now. And that's why I want to start from the kids. I preach this message everywhere. I'm doing it in the prisons. I have a relative that's in a prison system, and I'm trying to get that message, because people who are in prison, they need hope too, right? They might have made a single mistake and screwed their life up, but they need to have hope too. They need to recognize they still have value. Even murderers still have value. They can be redeemed. I'm not telling you guys to accept what they've done. And I'm not telling you that hey, Scrappy, welcome. Hey, Mel, welcome. I'm not telling you that, I I'm some advocate for trying to get people out of prison. I'm saying anybody that we can help heal their heart and heal what's going on in their lives, the world will become a better place. Whether it's whoever they're around, it will become better, because they will be less likely to bully and be rude and difficult. Do you guys get where I'm going from? I was bullied badly as a kid. I almost tried to end my life. Oh, Susan, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry to hear that. Evict those bullies. Yes, Mama Gina. See, that's what I'm talking about. When people, that's what happens. Patricia, thank you for sharing. That's what happens. Hey, City Cynic. JL says most bullies are who they are because they feel badly about themselves. Exactly, JL. And that's what I agree to in my book. They try to bring others down to their level to make themselves feel better about themselves. Absolutely. And so if we can help heal them, if we can help heal the bullies before the bully births start, if we can help heal the people that are going, I had zero support. Susan, I am so sorry. I'm so sorry. Preach it. I was down that road, and it took one person to make me not want to end it all. Oh, amen to that, right? And that's what I want. I want to be that one person that can help someone. I don't care if it's only one person I help. I really don't. I mean, I want it to be more. I want it to be the world. But if I help one and they help one and you help one, we're going to change the world. And I hope you guys will get on this mission with me. And again, help me get the word out. Help me find some sponsors so I can do this, this tour, right? Help me to help the world, because that's truly, like I said, I'm telling you, we can do this. Corporations will purchase books. I will go in and do training for them. I didn't know Jesus either, but now he's my best friend. Amen, sister. Without Jesus, I would be a basket case. Hey, Medici, welcome. But we can do this, people. We can do it together. We can, come to our community, be part of the Fitch 5000, be part of my entrepreneurial rockstar group, be here and support. I love it. I love the fact that you guys are here. I love that you're sharing it out. I love that you are, participating. I love that you laugh at my stories, even when I was humiliated. I think our troll left, or I would do some troll patrol right now. But, like I said, they're sad little people. Raymond, thanks for sharing. They're just sad little people. They're sad little people. And if we can help encourage them, it'll be different. I had a bully boss recently. She's a very sad human being, right? I can't even imagine being that kind of person that I'm so, that I have to bully other people. I mean, I don't even know what that's like. I can't even imagine, Stacy says she'll sponsor me. Thank you, Stacy. And this is why I care for you. Thank you so much. Thanks for the message. Everyone has value. Amen, Mama Gina. Everybody does have value. And you have value. If you're doubting your own value right now, please listen to this message and remember you have value. I appreciate you just the way you are, right? It doesn't mean you don't want to change, but you want to change because you want to be better. You want to be different. You want to grow, not because other people think you're not enough. That's two completely different things. So help me to help the world, please. And like I said, if you know somebody, again, we all know people that are different places. If you know people in bookstores that want to do book signings, I'm doing some in restaurants right now. Oh my gosh, if you guys are in the Long Beach area, the delightful crepes. Oh my gosh. Seriously, I was going to live stream it, but I think I would have drooled all over myself. It was the best thing, but I'm doing a book signing there. I'm doing a bunch of stuff in Long Beach. Such an important message. Thanks, Marcia. So if you know people that want me to do book signings, like I said, at schools, at churches, at restaurants, at bookstores, whatever, let's do this. Let's spread the message. Share out this if you haven't already. And you know what? If you're online, Dan, thank you, honey. It's good to see you. If you're online, if you know people on Twitter or Facebook or Instagram, anywhere that has access to these people, make sure you connect me with them. I'll do my part. You connect me with them and I'll do my part. I mean, if they want to get involved, great. If they don't, they don't. But they're going to hear the passion in my voice and the opportunity that we have to make a difference. And that's what I want. I just want to make a difference. Okay, guys, I know I blabbed on for a while. I cried, I laughed, I smiled. Hopefully you guys went through that emotional journey with me as well. And you guys are ready to rock that dream. We got to find our grit, people. And I can't wait till you guys get Own It, How to Step Up and Stand Out. You're going to love Grit. It's my favorite character ever. Well, Hope is my favorite because Hope is based on me, but and what I try to bring to the world. But Grit is my second favorite, and you'll find all about Grit in Own It, How to Step Up and Stand Out. Anyway, you guys are amazing. I am forever grateful for everything you guys do and how you show up every day and how you participate. I just love you guys for that. You make my world a better place and help me to make it a better place for other people. I need to get you into the Women's Shelter for Domestic Violence. Yes, Kathy, absolutely. Hey, 87 or A74, welcome to the broadcast. Thank you, Susan. Thank you so much. God bless you as well. And please join us at VickiFitch.com/5K. Join the Fitch 5000. Join the rock stars. Make sure you're following. If you're not following me right now, make sure you follow and share out the broadcast. I mean, what's the worst that can happen, right? People, if they don't like it, they'll snooze me, right? Or they won't follow it. But they're not going to, it's not, nothing I did was going to have any real bad reflection on you, except for flashing the guy, which again, he flashed himself, but that was kind of funny. And so people will find that. Good night, sweetheart. It's so good to see you. Guys, I appreciate each and every one of you. And I want to remind you, like I always do, to dream it, believe it, and achieve it. Ciao. Wait, well, I'm based in Paris, France. People will hear your messages I've shared. Thank you so much, True. And I do travel. I go all around the world, so I am happy to go there as well. We can put if you have speaking engagements there. Remember, I speak on sales to social media and everything else in between. I will tie this "You Are Enough" message into any message that I get to deliver. So I'm a very multifaceted girl. That's why I'm easy to book. So anyway, again, dream it, believe it, achieve it. Ciao. I really appreciate you guys, and I will talk to you all soon. Instagram, I'm going to turn you off in a minute. So, ciao.